What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know the vibes, man. And look, I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded, since I've streamed. As you guys can tell, I am in a new spot. Currently recording this from my stream room slash studio. Not done though, not even close, but I am back, guys. I am going to be posting consistently again and also streaming consistently as I just continue to build onto the place and getting everything situated. But I got all the hard stuff out of the way, so that's why in today's video I am going to be giving you guys my CDL pick'ems for the second major of the CDL season. Just a little disclaimer, I have Minnesota topping their group. There was like, it was crazy, but that happened. Okay, it was like six different series had to go a certain way and it happened. So I'm looking to come out on top of this pick'ems. All right, y'all already know how we're going to start off. We're going to do the elimination round 1 matches first. The first matches of the major starting on Wednesday, April 7th. Just getting right into it, man. We have the LA Gorillas versus the Florida Mutineers going up. This one, I feel like Florida's the better team. LAG did just beat FaZe, and they absolutely bodied LA Thieves. So you know what? I think this is going to be a close series. I do. But I'm going to go ahead and say LAG upsets Florida. Just something about it, something about Florida right now, it's just so hit or miss for me. I'm gonna say LAG upsets. Well, I don't even know if it's an upset, but I'm gonna say LAG beats them 3-2. So the other losers bracket or elimination round 1 match, we have Paris Legion versus Los Angeles Thieves. Now this one is tough, and I have to predict this. I don't know Kenny's situation, right? I don't know if Kenny is going to be able to play in this major. I'm assuming he is. But I'm not quite sure. And honestly, y'all know me. I'm an LA Thieves stan. I am. But I just right now, their form compared to every other team, I don't know if they can beat Paris. I think Paris Legion is going to win this series. I do. I have 3-1, and it sucks to say because I want to see LA Thieves do really well, man. I do. But right now, this is just something's not there. Now, moving on to Thursday, April 8th, guys, we will be doing the winners round 1 first. We have some good matches here. Optic Chicago versus the Toronto Ultra. Optic got out of the slump. They did. They went from not winning a map to looking damn good. They just beat Empire today. So they're firing on all cylinders. Their S&D looked very good versus Empire, even though Empire's S&D looks really shaky, which is interesting to me, especially when you look at the players on their team. But Optic's the favorite. Clearly. I have a 3-1 win here. I don't know. I don't think Toronto, like as solid as Toronto's looked, I don't know if they have it in them to actually beat Optic. And then we have the New York Subliners, guys, versus Dallas Empire. This is going to be good. Both of these teams, in my opinion, well, no, in everyone's opinion, both of these teams are among the top 4, top 3 teams in Cold War right now. New York's been super consistent, man. Empire's like, they're hit or miss. For me. But I will say this. The last time I saw Empire play Subliners at the last major, they had their number. I think Empire will win this series. I do. It's just something about it. I have Dallas winning 3. I have them winning 3-1. No, I have Dallas winning 3-2. I have a 3-2 Empire. That means we have the Seattle Surge going up against Los Angeles Gorillas, man. I'm being a Surge fanboy this major. They've looked very solid. They obviously choked versus Minnesota. They got reverse swept. Hate that term, but they got reverse swept. And they've looked good. They have, Minnesota looks like a very, very good team right now. But I think Seattle's going to win. I do think this is going to be a 3-2 though. I think Gorillas are going to be competitive in the series. Who knows? This one, I don't know if there is a clear-cut favorite. I think either of the teams could win, but I got to go with my gut. And I got to go Seattle Surge 3-2. And then for the last match on Thursday, we have London Royal Ravens going up against the Paris Legion. I was high on the Legion in the first major. They let me down. I was high on them. The Ravens look like they're improving with Paul X. They're not there yet, in my opinion, but they look like they're improving. I think Paul X has quickly become like the best player on their team, in my opinion. But I think with the role swap, Paris Legion are going to come out. I actually think they're going to come out on fire for some reason. I think they're going to win this series 3-0. I do. And then moving on to winners round 2, guys. Friday, April 9th. We're starting off with FaZe versus Optic. It's hard to root against FaZe. It is. I just, they had a slip up versus LAG. LAG played fantastic, but it still went 5 games, and then they got their momentum back. Okay. I felt bad for London because they had no chance. They came out, they won 3-0, bodied them, wasn't even really close. I got to go FaZe here. I just think they are still the best team in the game. Doesn't mean you can't lose, or lose to any team. Every team in the CDL can beat every team, at least once you can. So, but I have FaZe beating Chicago. Even though I have 3-1, I think this could be a very close series. I think the maps could go down to the wire. And then we have Minnesota Rocker versus Dallas Empire. This is going to be a good one. Last time these two teams matched up, they went to map 5, where Minnesota was able to clutch up. And you know what? I have it going map 5 again. I do. I think both of these teams are very balanced. I think, I don't think either team necessarily has an advantage on the other. They're both just very talented teams right now in the league. So I think that's going to be a great series. I mean, both of these winners round 2 matchups, guys, are going to be fantastic series. But I have Minnesota winning 3-2. Which would then mean that the winners finals would be Atlanta FaZe versus Minnesota Rocker. That's my gut. That's my gut feeling. Especially with all these matches, man. The competition has been crazy lately. And it's awesome as a viewer, right, and a fan, to just really see a bunch of teams improve and just be competitive. I hate when a series is going to be a complete blowout of 3-0 before you even watch the series. You know what I'm saying? So, but enough of that. Moving on to elimination round 3, guys. Friday, April 9th as well. We have Toronto Ultra versus the Seattle Surge. I have Seattle winning this. I think Seattle's going to come out with the fire. I think they're going to 3-0 Toronto. And then that means we have the Subliners versus the Legion. And similar to the first major, I think the Subliners are going to start gaining momentum in the losers bracket, unfortunately. But I think they will beat Paris Legion in elimination round 3. I have this being a 3-1 Subliners. Now, does Dallas lose to a Seattle team? No, I don't. I just think Empire is going to be too strong. I have this being a 3-1 in favor of Dallas. And then for Chicago versus Subliners, this is tough, man. I mean, last major when they played, Subliners beat the absolute brakes off of Optic. But I think Optic is on this new upward trend, right? They had a really bad week in stage 2 and they bounced out of it. They got out of it quick. Okay. They came back and they looked great in this last week, especially their last 2 games. So I think this is a huge event for Optic to really prove that they belong to be considered one of the best teams in the game. Well, they're already considered one of the best, but to be like a contender for a major championship. So I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to get their revenge, but I think it will be in a 3-2 fashion. I think it's going to be a very close series, man. I think both of these teams are pretty evenly stacked when it comes down to it. But I think Chicago, they got a chip on their shoulder right now, especially if they end up going up against the Subliners again in back-to-back majors. So that means elimination round 5. Okay, this is for top 3. Dallas Empire versus Chicago Optic. I'm pretty sure the last 3 times I've seen these teams go up against each other, if I am correct. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, because I could be wrong, but they've all went map 5, right? The first time, the last 2 they played each other. I think whatever it is, they went map 5 both times. I have this one also going map 5, but I do have Optic coming out on top. Right now, their SND seems to be better than Empire's. Now, there is time. obviously, until this major. But from what I've seen so far in stage 2, I think Optic's going to edge it out again. I do. This is going to be interesting. So Minnesota, since they've been a team, man, they've looked good. They beat Dallas. They beat Optic. They beat Seattle. Can they beat FaZe? FaZe did lose to LAG. I don't think so. I don't. Oh, okay. Let me rephrase that. I do think that they could beat FaZe, but I think winners finals. Okay, both teams have proven champions, man, decorated on both sides. As a roster, FaZe just has the experience here, and I think they're gonna do what they did similar in the first major. They're gonna come out and they're gonna beat the brakes off of the rocker. I do. I realize I keep saying I do, but I think they're just gonna come out. They're gonna prove, hey, we're still the best. Yeah, we slipped up. We're still the best team in the game. I think they're gonna win. You know what? No, I think it's gonna be a 3-1. But I think the games, like the series, is always gonna be in their control. And then, guys, that means that we're gonna have Minnesota Rocker versus Chicago Optic in the losers finals. I think this is where Minnesota's gonna really test their resiliency. Test, you know, can they potentially win a championship with this team? And I'm confident that they can. They looked great versus Optic the first time they played them. Now, you can say, on the other hand, Optic could have been in a slump. You know, maybe they caught them with their pants down. They caught them lacking. But we don't know. We don't know for sure yet, realistically. So I have Minnesota winning this series 3-1. I think they're going to bounce back after losing to FaZe. And this is a best of 9 in the finals. I do think FaZe is going to win again. And I think it's going to be, you know what? I want to see a blockbuster. I think it's going to be 5-4. Atlanta FaZe taking home back-to-back majors. You know, just kind of cementing the fact that they are the best team in Cold War for the time being, you know, for the current moment. But I think Minnesota's really going to bounce back. I think they're going to win some maps. I could be I hope Minnesota doesn't, bro. I don't, because they look really good with Standy, man. Their pacing looks fantastic. Their teamwork looks great. Standy obviously brings a lot of aggression, a lot of slang to the team, which is very important in this game. It's very important in every Cold War. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. I have FaZe edging them out. So I think it's well-deserved. That is my CDL pick'ems, though, guys. Thank you all for the love, man. I know I've been gone for a minute. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, whether y'all love me or you hate me. No, I'm just kidding. But let me know your CDL pick'ems in the comment section below. Is it similar to mine? You think Optic maybe will make a run to their first major final? Or do you think it'll be the same old and have Atlanta FaZe and Dallas Empire? Or do you think it could be two other teams, two completely different teams than I have in my predictions? Let me know, though, guys. As always, I appreciate y'all for the love. Stay healthy, stay safe. The kid is back. Okay, the kid is back.